Right now? Okay. My name is Stephanie Metters. I'm a patient of Balance Atlanta. I've been a patient here for about going on a year. And I've been having neurofeedback, and I finally I sleep better. I've had really debilitating headaches, and they're gone. And I got my first solid job lead in several years as a peer support specialist, which is someone who works with people with brain injuries. It's like almost like being a paid sponsor. You check on them, check on their living situation, make sure they're doing everything they should do. Make sure they're eating, make sure they pay their bills on time, things like that. So it's very exciting. I've wanted
Awesome.
the job for so long.
Stephanie, tell me, how did you find out about brain core therapy?
I found out about brain core therapy through coming here to Dr. Caroline's office at Balance Atlanta for chiropractic.
And you were in a support group where I did a talk for your particular group.
Yes. I was in the brain injury support group, and Dr. Caroline came and talked about the brain core therapy and talked a little bit about the musculoskeletal system and everything, and I was very intrigued, and so my mom and I then pursued a patient relationship with Dr. Caroline.
And tell me, what is it that happened to you personally where you did have mild traumatic brain injury? Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I was in a really bad accident, and my friend Chris was killed instantly in the automobile accident, and I suffered a severe traumatic brain injury and was in a coma for several months in the hospital, in different rehabilitation programs and all that kind of stuff for the better part of a year, I think, yeah.
And when I met you last summer, what were some of the symptoms that you've had for years and years that you wanted some resolution to?
I was having debilitating headaches so bad. In my neck, I had neck problems because I broke my neck. And my neck was in a lot of pain. I held my neck pretty crooked, and my skeleton was all messed up. And Dr. Caroline's work has been able to give me some motion of my neck, and also my spine seems straighter just because of the way of what she has done to work with it.
And tell me about the issues that you had with sleep and with anxiety and other things that bothered you prior to doing brain core.
Oh yeah, I was not sleeping at all. Basically, I would get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night, and I couldn't sleep. But now I get like 8 or 9 hours of sleep, or 10. With the brain injury, you need more sleep than just a regular person. And since doing the brain core, I'm able to get the sleep. My headaches are gone. Everything is just going really wonderfully, and I've got a job, so I'm very excited about all of this.
Wonderful. Now, would you recommend brain core therapy to other people?
Absolutely. Other people with disabilities or any kind of brain trauma or whatever, brain core seems to really, really help. It seems to be the answer to all my problems. Maybe not all my problems, but close.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie's mom, and I'm just very excited about the results we've seen from brain core therapy. We first met you at a brain injury support group meeting, and were intrigued by this type of therapy that neither of us knew very much about. But I knew that Stephanie needed something to help her relax and to help her to even out the lows and the highs. And so this seems to have helped quite a bit. She is sleeping better. She does not have headaches, and she was complaining fairly frequently of headaches. And if nothing more, she says a lot of times, Mom, if all this does is help me get rid of my headaches and sleep better, then it's worth it. And I completely agree. The chiropractic adjustments have also helped her just with feeling more comfortable in her own body, I guess, her walking, her gait. And she she just enjoys that because it makes her feel so much better physically. But I would say I would encourage anybody to give it a try. I really think it will work for those people who are having trouble sleeping and headaches. It's interesting, I tell my friends about it and they all say, oh, I want that, I want that. So I would just sum it up that way to say that it's been a very positive experience. Getting to know you has been wonderful. You genuinely care about Stephanie and me, but mostly her, which is the way it should be, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Tell me about Stephanie had that huge car accident years ago, and can you tell me a little bit about what happened and the journey that she's had to go through physically and then just emotionally? Because some people might think Stephanie's just any old patient with headaches, but to understand the severity of her
Right.
condition and where she's come since.
Yes. Well, about 15 years ago, she had a serious motor vehicle accident in which the driver was killed, and Stephanie almost lost her life. She broke her neck, and as a result of the recovery and the head injury, her neck bones fused, which has caused the problem with her neck, and I suspect some of the headache-related issues. But the head injury was very severe. She started out all over again as if she were practically a newborn baby, learning to eat, learning to walk, learning to use her hands, to dress herself, and so forth. So it's been a very, very long process. She was in the hospital for 3 months, inpatient, and then she spent about a year in outpatient day rehabilitation. After that, she worked with a cognitive therapist and a neuropsychologist for a couple more years. It's just a continuation almost daily of trying to compensate for severe memory loss and for frontal lobe injuries, which result in social skills being a little challenged and having to work on that. So it's 15 years, but it's been a struggle along the way.
Do you feel with Stephanie getting this new job that her confidence level has gone up?
Absolutely. She's so excited about this, and she's had a few jobs, volunteer and paid jobs, and some she did okay at, others not so much. But nothing ever felt good to her or felt like she was doing anything worthwhile. And she's so excited about this because it will allow her to use her own weaknesses and compensation strategies and struggles to help other people. And so that has really encouraged her to feel like she's going to be doing something worthwhile and at the same time making some money, because that's important to her too, just to know that her time and that she's worth the compensation.
Perfect.